How's it going, everyone? It's Sam. We have big news, really big news. We have a state that is buying Bitcoin. A state in the United States, their pension fund is buying Bitcoin, and this is hitting the news and is quite substantial. They bought a significant amount of Bitcoin as well. I want to go through that. Also go through another crypto company that is making a really interesting move. They're asking you why you're withdrawing from them. So we'll go through that, and probably the best performing asset manager, arguably right up there with Warren Buffett, now buying Bitcoin. So let's talk about that. If you don't mind, hit subscribe. Turn on the bell notification underneath the video to see future videos just like this. There also is going to be a link to Marx underneath the video in case you want to get ready for this next move up or down. You can check out Marx. You can sign up with no KYC. You can sign up in just a few seconds. And if you just are thinking maybe you'll place a leverage trade in the future, even if it's low leverage, you can go set up the account today. They don't take any of your personal information, so you can just have it ready just in case. There's also a link to CoinW where you can trade futures or trade spot. So you can trade leverage or you can just buy spot crypto, which might be a good idea because Coinbase just had a 3-hour outage in the middle of the night. They don't know what it's from. Also, we're getting word that Gemini is asking users to explain their activity for simply buying Bitcoin and withdrawing it. This is the only account that I can see that's talking about this, Bitcoin News. Pretty well respected in the space, but they say a recent review of account activity shows regular deposits of fiat and a one-way trading pattern where you deposit funds, convert to a digital currency, and then withdraw. Can you please explain the following? Describe the purpose of your recent transfers, identify how you are currently storing your cryptocurrency assets, and describe the source of funds. Okay, that seems very anti-crypto, doesn't it? Asking you all about this is pretty much like a bank, right? So if you want to switch over from Gemini or Coinbase, or you want to set up another account just in case, you can check out CoinW underneath the video. There's also a link to Below in there where you can trade spot or you can trade futures as well. But this is an overstep in my opinion. Let's get on to the good news though. Is that the state of Wisconsin Investment Board just disclosed $162 million in Bitcoin ETF holdings in an SEC filing. 99 million in IBIT and 63 million in GBTC. This is state adoption. Then we have nation state adoption. So how significant is this? Well, this is the 9th largest pension fund in the US. Right now, they have 117, well, actually, this is 2 years ago. They had $117 billion. 117. Now, this is 2 years ago. This is like the bear market. Remember, 2022 was horrible. So it's probably more like 150 probably now, 150, maybe 160 billion in AUM. Again, don't know for sure, but 160 billion in AUM, and they bought 162 million. So they are one of the largest institutional buyers now of the ETFs, but this is still 1/1000th of their AUM, right? This is what, 0.1%. Imagine they do 1%, 2%, right? They still are only 1/10 of the way there. They're going to be buying a lot. And this is the hardest one to get. The first pension fund, the first large pension fund. Now, some other pension funds have already done this. Some other pension funds have talked about buying Bitcoin. For example, just a few months ago, Arizona State Senate is considering adding Bitcoin ETFs to the state retirement portfolios. I believe there have been some firefighters pensions as well that have done it in the past, like last bull market. But this is making waves today. A lot of people are paying attention to this, and it's one thing, I think, for like a regional firefighters pension to go buy Bitcoin, but the 10th or the 9th largest pension fund in the US to buy, that is very, very significant. And they need to be buying assets like this that are going to outperform because they're underfunded. Every single pension fund is underfunded, right? So they need to get outsized returns. And where can you do that? You can do that through Bitcoin. Also, Renaissance Tech disclosed owning multiple Bitcoin ETFs via their 13F disclosure. ARCB, BITB, GBTC, etc. Now, why is this so big? Why is this big news? Well, this was founded by Jim Simmons. Jim Simmons is one of the best performing asset managers ever. He was actually a mathematician. He actually recently passed this week. He passed 4 days ago. But he has some of the best performing funds in the world in history, right? You could put him right up there with Warren Buffett, possibly. I mean, Renaissance Technologies, founded by the legendary mathematician Jim Simmons, also opened up a $12.5 million position in GameStop last quarter. Who would have guessed, right? Right before this massive move. But let's take a look at some of their returns. So Jim Simmons' performance is the best ever, 66% per year on average for 30 years. He would turn, at this rhythm, $100 would turn into $401 million within that time frame. Okay, so take a look at some of these returns. Okay, 16.3%, 1%, 77, 54, 47, 53, 93, 52, 44, 128, 136, 152%. This is during the market crash. Like, this is during 2008. He made 152%. The next year he made 75%. He did not earn below 30%. He did not earn below 30%, except for the first 2 years of this medallion fund. This is insane. This is insane. And they did take a very large fee, a fixed fee of 5%, and then a performance fee of 20% all the way up to 44%. Like, they just did insanely well. Even with these fees, they still averaged about 40%, almost 40%. This is on top of their, 26% fees or something like that. Just insane fees. I mean, 44% performance fee on an 85% return. So they're taking like a 35% fee plus this. They're taking 40% a year. Imagine that. Imagine how much money they're making. 40%, and they had a $10 billion fund. They're making $4 billion a year from $10 billion. It's absolutely nuts. But he was worth an estimated $32 billion, making him the 49th richest person in the world. So he just outperformed like crazy. And he started this fund. It's a $130 billion hedge fund. And yeah, they bought Bitcoin. they own multiple Bitcoin ETFs. And I've talked about this the last few days, but we're going to get more disclosures like this. Like tomorrow, who knows? Warren Buffett could be buying. I don't think that's the case. I don't think it's the case. But tomorrow is the last day, so we may see some more big names that get dropped that own Bitcoin ETFs. And we'll probably see a good number of them wait till the last day to disclose, right? So it will be interesting. Be on the lookout for that. We also have CPI tomorrow. It should be a fun day. I also have a video coming out with a pro trader, actually 2 videos. One going over his views on the market, and then also one going over some strategies for trading. So be on the lookout for that. Hit subscribe if you haven't done that already. You can check out the links to MargX and Blowfin and to CoinW underneath the video. Thank you so much. I'll see you in the next one.